Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be a quick look at the Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Space Marine Raptors. I purchased this from a shop in town called Frog Bros. It is a comic shop, yes. He did specifically come up with the name because of the Lost Boys, or he did take the name because of the Lost Boys. But he sells, he's got a small stand, sells his Warhammer at a discount, and after getting Harken World Claimer in the Combat Patrol Hachette collection, I wanted a different head but didn't have a spare head, so I thought I might as well get some Raptors to add some jetpack troops to my Crimson Slaughter warband. So here we are. So we get the box, 5 Chaos Raptors. This is what they look like on the back. You're not missing much on the sides, to be quite honest. Let's get into this. Let's see what extras we get in the box, shall we? Now, let's have a look. So we have 2 sprues, so that's going to be a bit tight. We got 2 sprues. We get a Chaos Space Marine transfer sheet, standard transfer sheet. Looks like you get your 8-pointed star and other icons. Are these Night Lords here? Iron Warriors, possibly. I'm not familiar with everything else. That's Thousand Suns, actually. Alpha Legion and Word Bearers. I have noticed that they are named along the sides, so that's good. And the 8-pointed star is for Black Legion. Have a look at the plastic in a minute. 32mm bases, 5 of. For the use. Let's have a look at the instructions, shall we? So we get a sprue map, we get some colour pictures here. I think you can make warp talons, are they called? Yeah, warp talons. They look pretty awesome actually, but I'm just going to have some bog standard Raptors, I think, for this on this occasion. So as you would have seen from the Harken World Claimer video, these jetpacks, these pretty much go together in the same way that Harken jetpack went together, in that you've got the main body and then 2 of the intake fans just plonk on top. Looks like we get a few heads. And what are they? 93, 94. Oh, I don't know what they are. That's going to be interesting. So we have the options. Oh, they're toes. Okay, so they're the bottom of the feet. Okay. I wondered what these were, but they're the feet. They're the toes to the boots to the feet. So we get a few options. Looks like we've got a plasma pistol here. You can have a multi-melter by the look of it. Obviously these will mirror the jump pack troops, the jump assault troops that the Imperium have in similar loadout with regards to chainswords and pistols, essentially. So they're like a fast attack choice, I believe. And then here we have the instructions for the warp talons, and the warp talons have these little extra, I'm assuming extra flight vanes on their jetpack. So there's going to be a few things left over. It doesn't look like you get a lot of spare parts. I'm interested to see how many spare heads we get, because I want an extra head for my Harken World Claimer miniature. So these are a sculpt date of 2012. it looks, I mean, we have plenty of swords. These are your trim veins here. We've got two helmeted heads there. Got 2 jetpacks on this sprue, 3 legs. There's your multi-melter. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a lot of spares in this. Here's all your bodies. 2 more sets of legs. These are all the claws for the warp talons. And do you know what? This is really tight on additional heads. So here's your 5 heads for your warp talons. I might use one of these for Harken. But then you literally just get your 5. There's 2 there. I'm missing one, I can't see it. And then you get 2 standard heads there. There's your 5 warp talon heads. Where's the 5th ordinary head? Pistols, 5 pistols there. Oh, there's the other head right in the centre. So there's your 5th head right in the centre. Yeah, it's disappointing that we haven't got a wide variety of stuff going on here. We do have a flamer. So it looks like you can have a flamer, or you can just equip your squad with all pistols. Yeah, okay, so let's get onto the desk, shall we? And we will get these built. So come and join me in a sec, and we'll put a few together. Lovelies. Shall we build some Raptors? Let's build our special weapon Raptor chap first. Now there's a couple of things that I'm going to do before I do anything else. One of them is the toes. So the toes come in halves, as it were. So you get the foot and then you get the toe, basically. And that's because you can either have these, like with these short claws, or feet with long talons, depending on which version of these you're doing. And they just go into position like so. They are marked left and right, and the feet are marked left and right on the Mini. So in theory it's idiot proof. You watch how many people get it wrong though. I'm then going to do the torso. Put the torso together. There, and I'm going to do the jump pack as well. So the jump pack just sandwiches up, and these are the same all for all of these Raptors. I'm just going to push that up into there, and I'm actually just going to do the same for the jump pack for the champion in this kit, just so that it's done. So what we then have is we're then going to glue our torso to our legs, and what I'm actually going to do is just glue the legs onto the base first. So I'm going to do that. Like so. I think that's probably the way I want it to go. Then I'm going to come in and just pop the torso onto the mini. Now, although the instructions show you to assemble these, you know, XYZ with ABC, you can actually mix and match these quite well because you've got separate legs and separate torsos, and they're still quite a dynamic pose. And what I'm going to do is I am going to glue. So I've gone for a plasma gun for the special weapon for this unit. So I'm just getting that. I think that's it. And then that special weapon, it's going to go on there, like that. Okay. And then I'm going to come in and do the opposite arm, and in doing that I'm not going to glue the hand into position until I've glued the shoulder in place. Like that. And what I want to do is be able to do that. No, I'm gonna turn around and say it's not the best fit for. There's quite a gap here under the hand for the arm. Not the best fit, I have to say. Then what I'm going to do is make sure that's all glued in place, like so. Now, for our Raptors, the right hand shoulder pad is the blank one. So that one is our blank one. And then our left hand shoulder pad, which has got iconography on it. Goes on like so, and then I'll pop the head on. Like that. And then I'm not going to glue the backpacks on, but that would just go into position like that. Now I'm not overly enamoured with the way that these locate. There's slight gappage, but I'm hoping once it's all painted it will look fine. So coming in and doing our champion. So first thing I'm going to do is glue the plasma pistol to his wrist. Like that. And then sort the toes out. So left toe. Right toe. I'm going to stick him to the base. Now he's quite an upright figure, so I'm going to try and position him more centrally. Like that. Then it's torso time. Oops. So marry these up. I was right the first time round. Like that. Just bit in the top to make sure that we are doing both. Then I'm going to put the torso onto the body like so. Then we have our power sword, which I'm trying to figure out the best way. Come back. So do you know, that's really awkward. That's a really awkward cut. Let's go with the pistol first. See how that looks. So I'm thinking kind of like that, and then I might just trim this overhang away to try and make it easier to get this to locate in the way that I want it to. Now that, I think, is a better fit. Right, so there's that. Then we are sticking on our shoulder pads. So 1, and then 2, and then finally the head. Now I did eventually find a head that I was happy with. I just randomly found a spare Chaos Space Marine head in one of my little bits tubs that I had put some spares into. And that head is going to go on like so. So there's our champion with his power sword and the backpacks. So I found a random head that I wanted to use for the Harken World Tamer miniature. So here is our squad of Raptors. And I've found a head for Harken World Tamer, so he will be the jump pack lord with his jump troops for the Crimson Slaughter. He'll obviously just be a Chaos Lord with jump pack, generic thing, so that'll be fine. And yeah, that's the way we've gone. There's the Raptors. These obviously didn't come with Combat Patrol, which is why it's a separate video. But they will be painted up probably at the same time that I do the Combat Patrol. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.